Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to the stream and our hangout. How are you, Sandra?
I'm very good. And how are you?
Yes, I'm very, very good. It's a nice summer we have, I think. It's been a little bit hot, but now I think it's perfect.
Yeah,
So,
a little bit windy today, but it's warm and very nice.
yes. Yes, we had a viewer a very short time, but disappeared. I don't know what happened. I hope
through the live.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but we will discuss Verity today. So, yes, did you read the whole book?
I did. It was very good. So I'm excited to have this hangout with you. And
Yes.
you also read the whole book?
Yes, I did. And, well, I've kind of split, what you say, feelings about the book, so I think it's going to be interesting. Yes,
It's a very interesting book, so yes.
Definitely, it's definitely an yes, exactly. So, what did you think general about the... Oh, we will put up the chat maybe. Oh, hello, Grim.
Hello.
We're gonna discuss a book this night. I've not seen you on this stream before, so that's nice to have you here. Welcome. And yes, General, what did you think about the book? Yes.
I almost want to say I loved this book, but there are some things I didn't love completely, but I loved parts of the book. And just initially, when you start reading it, you get thrown in, and you're shocked from the very beginning. So that I really liked, and I liked the characters, and I liked the setting, and I loved a lot of things with the book. So it's going to be an interesting discussion.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry, Grim. I remember now you were here when Santi was here last time. I remember. Very nice to see you. Yes. Yes. Well, what's come to mind is a really terrible story. I don't mean it's terribly written. It's really good written, but it is really terrible, and it's no happy ending in this book. Yeah. Is that a spoiler? Oh, sorry. But so I wouldn't call it a romance, since that's like the first role of romance, that it should be a happy ending. But I'm not sure if everyone agrees with that role, but I have heard that.
But
it kind of had a happy ending.
Yeah. What viewpoint you have when you read the ending?
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
It's happy or not?
I guess. But it's kind of has a bad aftertaste. Can you say that? Yes. But I did enjoy it. It was really easy read. Or I listened to it, but I did enjoy it, but I was kind of shocked by it. So therefore, it's not a book that I would like, oh, this is a nice book to feel uplifted by. Because no, it's kind of
but
It's dark.
I also think it has some interesting viewpoints
Definitely has. It definitely has. I do agree with that. But
that makes it uplifting because it talks about some taboo the themes that I really like in general. So I like the grim ending, and I like that it's not happy all the way through. And maybe that doesn't make it a complete romance, but
you liked it, yes.
yeah, I like it. Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Oh. Yes. So the world building, it's not really a fantasy or sci-fi, so it's maybe not that much world building, but there's some kind of like this character's world, I guess.
Of course, we have it's New York in the beginning, right? The big city where you get drowned in the mass of people, and well, it's the kind of New York I've seen in movies, and it's what I love it. And other than that, it's just a nice country villa or something like that, and I like the creepy atmosphere. That's
It might have been Vermont. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I don't remember.
no, I don't remember either. Somewhere in the country.
I remember not mansion, but a big
A very big house near a lake. Yes.
So yeah, it's pretty good. As I said, I like the atmosphere in the world.
Yeah, it's definitely have the right kind of atmosphere for this kind of book because it's a mystery book or a thriller. It's definitely could be a really good movie.
And I like that it had. We read Rebecca 2 years ago or something like that, and it had a lot of the same vibes.
Yes, it did. I was thinking about that like every other minute or so, but maybe
have I read this?
Have I read this before? Yeah, exactly.
Just not as modern.
No, and of course it's not the same kind of premise or like how she met this guy. It's completely different setting, but it's just the kind of feeling that she is like Verity is so present in this house that she is actually there in this time. So
and the help in the house that looks on the protagonist with skeptic view.
Yes. So and yes, it's really creepy. You really get that creepy feeling when reading this. Yes. Even if she tries to like relax in this very big and beautiful house, but she can't really do it, and it's really good, good written. What do you say? Well written. Yes.
Yeah, so, I really like the writing. Just a question: do you hear Rasmus talking? Yes. Just a minute.
Yes.
All right, sorry for that.
All right. It's okay. I'm so, what do you say, used to that because since me and my husband shares the same room, it's just getting used to it. Someone always talking on my streams.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
No.
I'm used to being alone.
Yeah.
These kinds of discussions. I've had a cat in a few times.
Cats are definitely all right. all kind of pets are welcome into the stream. Yes. So characters then.
Yes. All right. Well, we have Lowen, the main protagonist, and well, she keeps the story going, and she has the right kind of worldview. So she's a very likable character for a lot of people, even if she's a little bit boring at times, and you don't understand her choices.
No, but I guess she's very, like, she don't have any confidence at all, and that makes her kind of not the typical heroine, but that doesn't mean she's not as good as character. But yes, it does make her a little more, what do you say, on the, she doesn't pop out because that's not her character. She is an introvert, and she does talk about herself like that she's very, yeah.
But that, as I said earlier, there are a lot of nice points of view in this book, and I like that we have this introverted character, and especially I loved Verity, because when Lowen starts finding her manuscript with the autobiography and starts reading about her, she's not supposed to be a likable character, but
No.
I loved her. She's such an interesting character, and
should I be scared of you?
No, not like that. But the main thing I liked about Verity is how she talks about that she doesn't want any children, and she tries to abort them and stuff like that. And I think it's kind of uplifting for someone like me. I don't want children ever. I've known that for 15 years, that I don't have the urge to have children, and that is kind of uplifting with her. It's such a bad character, and she does these bad things, but I like that it's brought up to the surface. And she's supposed to be a character you're not supposed to like, but it's also nice to have it lifted, this discussion and theme in a book. And she does horrible things in the book, but
that was my question.
Yeah.
I hope you don't think her actions, or what you say is no.
It's not the actions I like.
No,
it's more
like she's kind of hard to describe, because I kind of talked, because she is a really special person to talk about. I talked to not a shrink, but I'm not sure what curator. You know what I mean? Yes.
I know.
And we kind of talk about mental health issues and things. And she was, when I described this character, because she Lowen talks about some kind of psychopath or sociopath, and she does definitely have those kind of traits. But when we talked about it, this person I talked to, she thought, no, doesn't really sound like a psychopath. I'm not sure what it was that made her not think she was a psychopath, but I think it was that she loved her husband so very much. I think that made her think that that's not how a psychopath works, but I'm not sure about.
And I think the main character, she Googles a psychopath somewhere along the book, and brings it up. But
yes.
But I actually think, Verity does some really bad things in the book, and I don't stand behind them, and it's just the way she thinks. Sometimes the way of thoughts is more important than the actions, and that I liked. And I had some moments in the book where I even thought Lowen were creepier than Verity. Like there's this scene after she had sex, and she tried to bring up her legs to get the semen to stay inside of her as long as possible because she wanted to have a child with a person she's only known for a week. And
that was a little bit
that
weird.
is, in my opinion, more creepy than a person who knows that I don't want a child, even though my husband wants.
I'm just gonna put up spoiler alert because I need to ask a question because I don't remember. Was this after or before they actually killed Verity?
I think it was before they killed Verity.
If it was after, it was even creepier. But I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was the second time they had sex. So not the first time when Verity locks them inside the room, but the second time when he creeps in through the window and they have sex, and then he goes out the same way, right?
Yeah.
Before the nurse gets home again. And then she brings up her legs to keep this. But because the first time he pulled out, and the second time he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What was the husband's name? I forgot.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Yes.
Jeremy.
He was kind of creepy. Also, I mean,
I
if it's true, everything, but I guess it's true.
Yeah.
So that makes him very weird, in my opinion. Just how he acted, because yes, okay, I also feel very angered by the actions she does, but I wouldn't have reacted like he did. Because even if someone had made that kind of actions, I wouldn't go to like doing something that violent to that person.
I'm not sure how I would react, because it's usually when you are in a situation, you know afterward how you would react or not.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah. Well, I kind of hope that I won't react like that.
Right.
That I won't call the police.
Always hope you makes the sense.
Yeah, exactly. But do you remember, you said there were some views, especially in this book, that you liked. Do you have any examples?
Well, especially it's the one I've already discussed.
Okay. We're not
okay not want children.
Yes.
And it's okay to not love your children once you have them, and just don't act like a psychopath.
No, maybe don't have them.
Yes, right. But that's
her problem.
That are okay to feel.
I see it, but I kind of feel, because I am a mother, so that's for maybe I react even more like this is so awful. I'm just, because it's just the thing to hurt, even if it's an animal or a little kid that can't, what do you say, protect itself. I just think that's really gets under my skin. I don't like that. So that was for me kind of, it's not a book that I would want to read again, because it makes me feel so bad inside. I can't deal with it. Yes, hello Santi.
Hello Santi.
Yes, good. You've been drunk, okay.
All right, I could drink wine today. I'm not working tomorrow.
Yeah, me neither, but I just forgot. Yeah, me too. Not really. I think I have a little wine at home, but I don't have really alcohol. It's just some old wine. I don't think it's gonna be good. And hello, I'm a Facebook user. I'm gonna guess that's Ebba. I don't know. But it could be. E-type. E-type, our biggest fan. Yeah, this is a really creepy conversation here.
Or
yes, or is it? Yeah. Oh, and the other characters, I guess it was the kid. How could you tell? Yeah. I don't know. It's just a feeling. I could almost hear your voice, Ebba.
And I don't think anyone else would introduce themselves as Facebook user.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, the kid, he had a son. And
he was
also very creepy. Yes, I don't know. Everyone, and also the caretaker was creepy. Everyone was really creepy. Should I? No. But one point of view.
For if she didn't hear her own voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Ebba.
Well, one point of view that's very interesting with this book that it's about a writer who writing about a writer who reads about another writer. It's really Inception, isn't it?
Yeah. And an ex-boyfriend that's dating a writer, and a husband that's married to a writer, and a lot of insight going into this book. It's going to be a writer writing about the writers.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of interesting that she's reading another book. So it's kind of a book within the book. And what's also interesting with the audiobook, that was another voice reading Verity.
Oh,
so
nice.
That made it kind of even deeper, the feeling of it. And she had really good voices. Both have very good voices for this. Oh. Should I
talk closer to the microphone?
Maybe I'm dragging up your volume now.
Yeah, it is. Are I too low or you too high?
I hear you fine, but it might be something in the stream that makes it different for some reason. Oh, I'm not
a sound expert.
No, me neither. I have so much trouble with the sounds. I just don't know how to do this. I just can't find the best. One too loud. Okay, so should I lower myself then?
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Is this better? It's hard for me to tell because I think you sound good. Yes, it is better. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
All right.
And especially since you heard the birds.
The balls. We heard the balls before also.
Yeah, the birds earlier. I just assumed that the microphone took in all the sounds.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So, relationships.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel. I like that there are relationships in this book, and that the relationships are very different from each other, because as it's written, Verity and Jeremy had a very chaotic relationship, since she had to be two persons for going, going through life. And it's the same with Lowen, that she seemed to have two very different relationships with her ex-boyfriend that I don't remember the name of,
Me
uh,
either.
and going into this very confusing relationship with Jeremy. Uh,
Yes.
so I'm not sure what I liked or disliked about the relationships, but I liked that
Mm.
they're in the book,
Mm.
because they make it intriguing.
Yes.
Yes.
And I do believe it. I guess because she really don't know him that much, so it's kind of creepy. The thing we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I do feel that you can be really fell in love with someone that hard sometimes. And I guess he
Yeah.
did fell in love with her long before with through her books. But that's really weird also because just because you read someone's book it doesn't mean you're gonna love the person behind the book. So
Yeah, right.
it
And
is a
her
bit intense.
ex-boyfriend did the same thing, but
Yeah, exactly.
he fell in love with the main character of the book,
Mm,
not the writing. So
no.
I'm not sure you can. I just assumed that it would be very similar to fall in love with the main character and the writing.
Yeah.
So that Jeremy didn't.
Mm. No,
Yeah.
I
Mm,
think he more fell in love with her the way she was writing her books. I
mm.
think so, but still, he was very intense to me. That he it's kind of weird the thing that happens in the beginning that they witnessed in this accident.
And that's it's
And
almost not brought up through the entire book. It's
yeah, I
mentioned
know.
one more time,
Yeah,
but uh,
I don't know if
she's
that's going to be like, oh, we have this kind of trauma together, so
yeah,
therefore we can have this kind of intense
mm,
feelings for each other. I don't know, but it's
maybe, but it didn't have any repercussion through the entire
no,
book for her.
no,
If I would have witnessed something like that, I just assume I would be shaken for weeks. Uh,
yeah, yeah. But I
but
guess she kind of just this other thing happens, so she was
mm,
it's kind of
she's occupied with reading the
yeah,
autobiography.
exactly, yeah, exactly. And
But
I
still,
was I was a bit irritated about she not really started writing on the books that she was supposed to.
mhm. Or maybe she did. It just isn't mentioned.
No,
Uh,
exactly. It's nothing about her like trying to find out how Verity writes her books, even if it's kind of uh, getting cleared up at the end. But
mm,
I was thinking, when are she gonna go and work on the book? But I guess it's not really a long time. But and she is there just to doing research. But
mm,
I would have done maybe read the autobiography, but also look at other things as well.
focus on what you're supposed to do with
Yeah,
this main.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
And also how she goes through Verity's books with such a fast speed, but
Mm,
she's obsessed with Verity's manuscript of her
mm,
life, and that she only takes one chapter at a time. Uh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
also how can you read two books in one afternoon, but it takes you a whole week to read
This
this.
short, yeah, yeah. I don't
uh,
know.
yeah, but she feels a lot doing after every chapter, so maybe
Mm,
it's just overwhelming. Sometimes you
yes,
have to put down books that will overwhelm you. So
yeah,
as a reader, I can understand.
mm,
Mm.
yes. And like the other, I mean, Jeremy and Verity's relationship. If I just bring this up again,
Mhm.
because the ones she's talking about in this book is not necessarily the true
True.
relationship.
Yeah.
So therefore, I wouldn't really know how their real relationship was.
Right.
So
Yeah. That's almost ending spoilery, but
yeah,
uh, that twist at the end made the whole book illuminated through a different kind of light,
mm,
and I'm not sure I liked that twist. So,
no,
but yeah, you after you finished reading this book, you can never know
no,
if
exactly, and that's
how
kind of
you
what I
feel about
meant.
it.
Yeah, exactly, because I really love the book, like you said, up
Mm.
to that point, but then it just felt really, I don't know, it's left bad taste
Right.
because you didn't really know who is the bad guy in this
Mm,
story.
yeah. No, no.
Yes, yes. So the next is the story. So I guess I'm not sure what we can say more about that, but
Um,
it is an interesting way to telling a story because it is about a writer who is gonna write another writer's story, like continue her story, and do so, she follows the husband home to get to know this writer, to see her manuscripts and
yeah.
things, and that's when things. So I mean, the story is getting forward with her reading her Veritas manuscript, and also how she kind of reacts to Jeremy and I guess his son also in this family.
I also liked in the story uh, how you were never sure of what was happening,
Yeah.
and I know it's meant to be written in that way, but
Mm,
even the first time when she thinks she sees Verity
mm,
standing in the window, and then she runs up, and it's just a fan that's making the
mm.
curtains flow, and
Yeah.
I felt the same feelings that Lowen felt. That
Mm,
what is happening? Is this real? Am I just imagining things? Because that
yeah.
could have been a twist in the book as well. That she had some kind of
Mental
yeah,
illness or something. Yeah.
oversensitive brain or something like that that makes her
Mm,
see things other people doesn't see,
yeah.
or imagining
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And I was almost like sometimes I was thinking, I don't know that it was some kind of ghost in
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't really. I thought it would be real stupid to have that, but I didn't rule it out.
No,
It
right.
could be, because it was a really creepy
It
feeling.
could be played out in so many different ways, and
Yes.
you could never know until you finished the whole book, even if you
Mm,
could um, yeah, um, imagine
mm,
what would happen.
yes. So then the ending now.
Yes. uh,
So you didn't like the ending.
no, no,
So
I would have
you.
preferred that we didn't have the last chapter,
Mm,
or the revelation of what Lowen found. Is this also spoiler?
yeah, I guess it is. The whole
Uh,
ending. The ending is
the
spoiler alert.
ending is always spoilers. So,
Yes.
but finding Verity's letter under the floor, uh,
Mm,
it's the same as when we read uh, Silver Metal Lover.
mm,
I think it was Ebba that didn't like the last part in that book.
mm,
But in the same way, this book gets turned around, and all the things I'd liked up until that point, all the creepy stuff, and
mm,
uh, the yeah, the story, it just it gets ripped apart. It's no more, or maybe it is, but you can never be sure. And
No, exactly.
I would have just liked it to stay with this big climax with the killing and the conclusion that we had, and the creepy relationship that they entered into.
Yeah, exactly.
Falling in love and running away together.
Happy-ish ending.
With the bad
taste. Yeah, exactly. But I guess we were given some clues about this, but I didn't think about it. But there were the clues that she always written her books from the villain's point of view. So it wasn't really a surprise. It was a surprise, but when I read it, like, okay, maybe. But it's still very stupid to not tell your significant other that I'm going to do this exercise now. Yeah. So this is not true. It's I mean, you do that. You just don't keep something like that could be misread into something really bad. And since they had so much trauma around them, I mean, I'm not really sure when she started to write this, but I guess it was after the first daughter was killed, wasn't it?
No, what I thought was she wrote in the letter that she talked with her manager right after the first book was released. And that's right after the first daughter was born.
Okay.
Because she wrote the first book.
Yes, of course.
While she was pregnant, or she had just given birth to the first daughter. So it's soon after that she has this discussion going forward with the second book. So it was before she released the second book, but after.
She's kind of kept this going.
Yeah.
All the time, yeah. So it's just, you should never keep that a secret that you are doing that kind of exercise.
Pro tip from Viking Booty.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Just a little bit stupid, but I guess you did. Our writer, the Colleen Hoover, she really surprised the readers, I guess. So, and I guess that's what she wanted. But
yeah, and I love that exercise.
Yeah.
If I'm ever going to become a writer, it's a perfect excuse to merge up your own parallel universe that's just creepy as fuck.
The best tips.
The best tips and trivia.
Yes. Yeah, so that was Verity. It was really a ride.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I loved it up to the point.
Or should I put back the spoiler alert?
No.
So no.
Up until the point where we had ending.
Yeah. Till things were revealed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So next month, or I guess this month, in July, we're gonna read Wilder Girls.
Yay.
That is, the theme was islands, because we are going to Öland in the beginning of next month to meet IRL. What is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In real life.
In real life, yes. Or some of us are gonna meet then anyway. So that's the next book. It's something about body horror and virus and quarantine. So that's sounds like a nice summer reading, isn't it? No, I think it's
like we've had a few creepy picks.
Creepy, yes.
This period.
Creepy year, yes. No. Yes. It's completely fine. I think it's a really interesting subject, and I'm looking forward to reading it. Yes. So the next hangout is going to be in real life. So we're going to record it, hopefully. And then...
if we don't have computer problems and...
yeah, exactly. So if we're going to release it, it's going to be... So we're going to have it, I guess, somewhere in that weekend, the first weekend in August. But then we're not going to release it on the interwebs until after. So some surprise date in August, hopefully, if everything works.
Or maybe we'll just have this classic comedy where we don't take off the front lens and
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Or if we completely fail, maybe we have another one of these just to a recap of the hangout or something. Yes, so you can find us here with all the links you have on link bio. And you also have the links to our Twitter and Instagram there. But if you want to go directly, you have our handles here.
Yes.
So, yes, that's us. And should we do like that? So. Now they're gone. No, just kidding. I hope you had a really nice time with us and maybe want to read this book or not. Maybe it was too creepy for you. But
I recommend it. It was nice. And
yeah, it's definitely...
if you like that kind of book, so yeah.
Yes. As a mystery thriller, it was a really good book. So definitely. And it is some romance in there too, if you like those kind of... So, yes. So, have a nice month, you all, and we'll see you in August, hopefully. No, we will see you in August in some form. Yes.
We'll be back.
We will be back. So, good night, and have a good one. Bye. Bye-bye.